My new special, Lucky, is streaming right now on Netflix. Check it out. I wish I didn't have these thoughts. I wish I was like, sorry, bro. I'm like the whitest dude alive.
Dude, no, I think we're tied.
Hey, something's burning, something's burning, something's burning.
Hey, I'm going to drink. I don't think these guys drink, but I'm drinking.
Oh, I drink. I went to University of Southern California, bro. I drink. Tequila.
Tequila? You sure you don't want vodka? Because I know a guy that owns a great vodka brand that is so good.
Is that the one with the bears on it?
Yeah.
I'll take that, bro.
Let's do 2 double Osos soda. And then you're sober,
I'm
right?
sober as yeah.
As you should.
But
Yeah, I almost relapsed walking into your foyer, man. Holy shit.
That's a good
A lot of
word.
business out there. I'll just sip this guy, yeah. And I'll take a non-alcoholic beer once we have our meal.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Let me start. There's 2 things I gotta get off my chest, okay? I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to obsess about this. Day one, I was a ride or die for Richard Jewell.
Oh, thanks, man.
Day one, I was in Atlanta right before the bombing happened.
Ooh.
When you did it, you did such an amazing job in that goddamn movie.
Thanks, dude.
Listen, you've had a great body of work. Everything you do is amazing.
I've been super
but
lucky.
that one movie, man, that guy got railroaded. He got and
It's a
you
tearjerker.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, no, he got, Eastwood called it the good old-fashioned American screw job. And it's like, yeah, it's funny because now I always think about the Montreal screw job. He has no idea what a screw job is. Let me tell you about Wrestle-Mania.
Oh, we're talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Don't think we're not going to face that.
No, but yeah, no, Eastwood was the man. I got a bunch I can say about that. I'll save it for the camera. But yeah.
No, we're rolling.
Oh, we are.
Hell yeah.
All right, here we go. No, it was funny because in the press, Spike Lee and Clint Eastwood kind of had like a thing, like politically, and
they should never talk.
Well, no. No. I disagree. Here's the thing.
Spike Lee and Clint Eastwood have a thing.
Eastwood told me, he goes, yeah, I really liked Black Klansman. I really liked Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X. And he's going off about how great Spike is. And I'm like, so I text Spike and I'm like, yo, Eastwood's saying how much he loves your shit. Spike hits me back, sends me a big thing and is like, please tell him I would love to talk cinema with him someday. But it was funny because the press makes it look like they're this, but there's so much in common. I was like getting to play matchmaker on text messages.
That's all right.
Pretty sick.
And then, okay, secondly, your dad's a legend.
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
I mean, like, you have created an amazing career for yourself, but man, I can't imagine what it's like. I'm dying to know your auntie and uncle list. Like the people you call auntie and uncle gotta be
Silly.
Insane.
I mean, obviously, my first one would be Dub C. Dub C is his like partner in crime.
Yeah.
So I've known Dub forever. Snoop is everybody's uncle. But
Snoop's my daughter's uncle. Yeah, my daughter's
Snoop
uncle.
is everybody's uncle. But my favorite is my auntie Queen Latifah. Every time I see Queen Latifah, I get so happy to see Queen Latifah.
The equalizer.
She is.
Yeah, Queen Latifah, bro. She's so always so nice, and just like the history of everything that she did music-wise, and then going into acting, she's just a beast.
She paved the way for a lot of people too.
Oh no. When you think of I mean, female hip hops, you had Yo-Yo, was like early, right? Well, first of all, you're Roxanne Shante. Roxanne Shante was like first generation.
She's a monster. She had that beef with UTFO.
UTFO,
yeah. That was nice.
I make you feel hotter than it is. ROXANNE.
I
Roxanne
had beef with
is
UTI, urinary tract infection.
That was crazy.
But like, then you think of like where female hip hop is today with Cardi B and Doechii. Oh my God.
Doechii's a beast.
Bro, there's a line from one of my favorite movies. I watched Den of Thieves on the flight from New York.
Dude, congrats on that, man.
Den of Thieves 2, Den of Thieves 2, congrats.
Are...
And congrats on Den of Thieves 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it got greenlit?
Listen, I don't know yet. I just know that Lionsgate posted
it got greenlit.
Lionsgate posted it. That's a good sign.
Yes.
That's a good sign.
I watched that and I watched ATL.
Oh, okay.
T.I.?
Yeah, ATL, dude.
One of my favorite lines in that movie. I don't know if you heard, light-skinned dudes ain't in style no more.
Big Boy, underrated villain. Oh. He crushed it.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, okay,
You're really good in long shot too, by the way. That was
Thank you. That's a pride
I've
and
seen
joy
a
of
few
mine,
things
too.
I love, but that was one that I was like, man, this dude, like, he's lighting this movie up, and he's working with two. I mean, Rogan and Theron are like, they're killers. And you were fantastic.
did you
in the movie.
did you want to do this as a kid?
No. I wasn't going to play for the Lakers until I was about 17, Bert. That's when
A lot of us had that realization.
That's when I realized. I was like, you know what, this isn't going to work for me. And then,
Wait, did you have serious moments where you're like, Dad,
This is
in
it.
this camp?
like, I played basketball my
had
whole life.
access to get you anywhere.
Yeah, no.
It's like, buddy.
I had no, what you want to be when you grow up? A Laker. 100%, you know.
Some kids want to be a dinosaur. Lakers,
Right.
at least a
Wanna be
little
Laker,
more real.
dude. And, I had when I was 17, I was in homeschool from 7th grade to 11th grade.
Really?
And I had a teacher one day. I was a big daydreamer, dude. Like, school was boring as shit.
Same.
So, I had a teacher put a notebook in front of me. Shout out to Hernan. And he said, listen, bro, you're not here right now. So whatever's in your head, just write it down and then promise me you'll come back to me. I was like, all right. So I just started writing, and then that led to a story format. And he would give me 30 minutes in class every day to finish my story. Next thing I know, I have a 120-page handwritten story in this notebook, and he reads it every day, and he's like, have you ever thought about writing scripts? I'm like, no. He's like, it's literally what your dad does. You've never thought about it at all? I'm like, no. So then he hooked me up with Bill Rubenstein, who taught me how to break a story into script form.
Oh, cool.
From there, the goal then became to be a writer, go to USC, went to SC, and in the middle, I was being a screenwriter, and obviously kids want to write movies and shows. I wanted to write scripts for video games. Because
that's cool as shit.
in my mind, I was like, I can make you pay $16 a
Interesting.
ticket, or I can make you pay $60 a game.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to write for video
Smart as
games.
shit.
And then
Also, there's more money in video games. Like that industry
I know
makes
there is.
way
make
more
$1 billion
money
in a weekend with a video
crazy.
game. So that's what I wanted to do. And then in the middle of my second year, dude, I'm at the house, and my dad comes down and he goes, they're taking this NWA movie serious. And I'm like, oh, man, that's good, Dad. I'm happy for you. He's like, no. In a perfect world, I would want you to play me. And so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, can I ask what was your initial reaction to that? Is it like an honor? Is it cool? Is it overwhelming? What is that?
It's for sure overwhelming. I did not want to do it.
Yeah.
And it's only because at the time it was like, wasn't a lot of really good rap biopics like that.
No.
That's a touch and go one, because we have our story with that band.
Yeah.
That band was pivotal, and everyone's got their own story. And if you don't represent the story the way I want to hear it told, then I'm out. And it's crazy. It changed hip hop.
Yeah.
It changed hip hop forever. Keep going. I'm sorry.
And it's that mindset that kind of pushed me towards saying yes in the moment, because it was an in the moment thing of just like, he's standing right there asking if I want to do it.
Not like you can dodge, dude.
Yeah, so
Like,
I'm
I'll
like,
get back to you.
I'll think about it. But no, it was at the end of the day, I was like, dude, my dad's never asked me for shit. Like, he's never asked me for anything besides like take out the trash. So like, I got to step up for my guy. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I was scared to death. I was like,
bet. I mean, what kind of weight on? It's a weird question for a dad to ask.
bro, it's crazy.
When you think about it, because you're like, yo,
It is weird.
Yo, listen, just giving you a heads up. So like, America loves me. Okay, I changed culture in our country. In our world, I changed culture. Would you show them how I did it? It's a crazy
So
question.
did you meet the real guy?
Absolutely, bro. Studied my role for over 20 years.
I would have gone in, because if I do an impression of my dad doesn't find it
Okay.
kind. I'm like, huh? What did he say?
That's not how I sound. Yeah.
So after that, he was like, you got to audition. And I was like, please make me audition. Because if I audition and I'm not good, that's my excuse. I'm just not good. I don't know what to tell you.
Was part of you trying to sabotage?
No.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm going to do my best, but like, I know
Hello,
I'm not.
I'm Ice Cube. Where's the gefilte fish?
So from there, I got my acting coach, Aaron Spicer. I worked on that role for 2 years, convinced him to let me leave school And then so I'm auditioning for 2 years. I left in my second year of college. I'm watching all my friends graduate on Instagram without me. And they're all like, so what's up with the movie? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm
Waiting on Universal.
right. So,
Shut up.
So then it comes down to a screen test where they get, a bunch of guys going for the role and they test them out on camera to kind of, see where the chemistry is and who's going to get the part. And so I walk into the place.
Any white guys?
No, not at all.
You'd think,
surprisingly.
You'd think with diversity they'd have one white guy audition for.
Bro, it was
Twin
2014.
Powell came this close.
Jason Williams auditioning for Snoop Dogg.
So from there, I walk in. I see a guy with a Jerry curl. Now I know I'm going for Ice Cube, so this has to be Eazy-E.
Yeah.
So I walk up to him like, how you doing? You going for Easy? He goes, no, I'm going for Cube. So I was like, damn, I'm really in here with the competition. So from there on, bro, I'm frowning the whole time.
You just mean
whole
mugging
time
everybody?
I'm locked in. I got the eyebrows flaring.
Not to tell you about your dad, but you're in character.
Yeah, full time, bro. Full time.
It's creepy
dude.
to look at your eyes right now. That looks like the Natural Born Killer.
Yeah,
like
dude,
the
so like the
America's
whole
Most
day-
Wanted cover.
Whole day, I'm like peeping everybody. I'm like, how you doing? O'Shea Jackson Jr., nice to meet you, bro. And so I'm in everybody's head, end up getting the part, and now I'm just trying to make it work, bro.
I love how you used it.
Absolutely.
You used the energy that was in that room, and it was like, okay, well, now I'm going to turn it on.
I got to shake them a
You
little
have
bit.
to do that sometimes, though.
Wait, did you who? I'm dying to know the casting room for Richard Jewell.
I didn't audition. That was supposed to be Jonah Hill and DiCaprio, and then the movie went from being at Fox, and then Clint scooped it up and took it to Warner Brothers. And somebody just showed Clint a picture of me next to Richard Jewell. And he was like, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
You're like the Dirk Diggler of acting. You're like the Dirk Diggler of white guys. Just, hey man, what do you think of that? You're like, wow, that's it. Can he speak? And he's like, I think he
That's
can.
the shit.
5
amazing.
inches, baby. 5 inches. I very much inherited that role through divine providence. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But it's kind of wild how you've, because it's so easy to get typecast.
Well, yeah, I mean,
who are
we
you
both
telling?
we both have dealt with that. Yeah,
exactly.
we both have dealt with that. But I also think I've seen us rail against it too.
Yeah, 100%.
Where it's like, we could both play the stoned guy playing video games in the grandma's basement, but then, we both also got to play authority figures or an intellectual and something funny, something serious. I mean, I've been lucky that way.
After Compton, I didn't get work for a year, and I was like, dude.
But you had to turn some stuff down, right?
I mean, one, I no disrespect to the horror community, but they gave me one horror film, and I was just like, I don't really think this is for me, and that was it. And then after everything else, I got nervous. I'm thinking it's going to be completely different, and not getting to work for a year and leaving school, and so I really got hard on myself, and then I ran into Aubrey Plaza, and me and Aubrey did Ingrid Goes West.
Oh, yeah, it's a great movie.
Ingrid Goes West put new eyes on me because it was, the indie.
It's hip.
It's
cool.
A new audience watches you. And then from there, it really started to roll. People started to think that he's taking acting serious. And I told my team, every film that we do has to be completely different from the last thing we did. So we did Straight Outta Compton, then we go the indie route with Ingrid Goes West. The next thing was Den of Thieves. After Den of Thieves, we went and did Godzilla, and then after Godzilla, it was Long Shot. So it has to be different from the last thing we did, so they can't put me in that box.
Well, also, I don't know if
You mean you don't get offered 100 Santa Claus roles? It's only get offered as Santa.
I keep getting offered Ice Cube over and over.
Damn it! Hey, do you want to play?
I'm gonna play your dad, but now we're gonna age you up.
You should do a biopic of one of your dad's movies.
You got this basketball league, right?
I'm so down.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
What were you gonna say? I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was doing bits. I was saying nothing of relevance, nothing worthy.
Yeah, it's this business is crazy because you do something and you do it well, and then people see you as that.
Yeah.
So you do it more, and then they're like, "Well, that's all you can do," and you're like, "Well, no, but that was the thing you liked."
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't we? It's like my wife's great at blowjobs. Is she here? Okay, my wife's amazing at blowjobs. Okay.
So happy for
What's
you.
her name?
Leanne. She'll be here in a second.
No, but I want to say God bless her. That's a really, really cool trait.
I mean, It's like wild. Like when you meet her, you look at her, you go, no way. I'll bring her in. And you look at her and you wouldn't be like, that's not a throat
I
goat.
don't know how to feel. Can you give another distinguishing characteristic that we can focus on mentally?
She's got great boobs.
Because you got me in my flesh. I'm trying to go back to the spirit, bro.
Wait, are you married?
I am, yeah.
No, how long?
That's complicated. we got
Nice.
we have a documentary online that literally tells the first 2 years of our marriage story. But essentially, we started dating during COVID. Got engaged 4 months into dating, got married 5 months into dating, got pregnant 2 weeks into marriage.
Whoa.
We separated 2 months into marriage.
Jesus.
We got divorced 14 months later, or 15 months later. And then in that time frame, I got sober and got on Zoloft and went to marriage counseling and went to therapy and did the 12 steps. And I came back to her and was like, I did not know how badly I screwed up. Would you give me another chance? And she had the grace to give me a chance. And now we have a third kid on the way this summer.
Shut
We're
up.
remarried.
What up? Congratulations, brother.
That's a movie.
I like when you hear sober stories about
Shit's
that.
a little intense. Yeah, that was a lot.
What were you like drunk?
I think I was way more fun. I was more like emotionally destructive to myself, but like I was the guy drunk on New Year's and I'm in New York City. I go into a pizzeria and I'm just like, take my card, everybody. You're on, and just, buy everybody pizza for 30 minutes and drop $200.
Just so we're clear, that means you have a problem? I've done that a lot.
Well, I'm still benevolent,
McDonald's.
but,
I go to McDonald's with like $500. I go razzle dazzle, baby, buy everyone food. And just go, hey,
You're actually
I
hurting
want
those
$200
people,
of
but,
food.
yeah.
And he goes, what do you want? And I go, you tell me. I love that energy.
You
I
tell
love that.
me.
I love that energy.
Well, and that's it. I think I was fun, but I was also very emotionally distraught. Like I wasn't handling my shit.
Yeah.
And then once by the way, I don't vilify any of it. I love Cabernet. I love Scotch. I love marijuana. But I don't have any pause button, dude.
Right.
I just want to... All I do is win, no matter what. Another one. On everything.
One.
That's how I was with everything. So I'm sober from porn, alcohol, and marijuana.
Do you have a problem with porn?
I didn't have a problem.
That's a myth.
I wasn't whacking off on the subway, but I mean, like I was shout out to Jared
it's a
Fogle,
good thing.
whack off on subway.
That was nice.
But no, I
Bar.
That's a line.
when am I getting that biopic? By the way? Jared Fogle, give me that BAFTA. No,
my God.
I very much just don't like what it does to men's minds. We redefine the way we look at women if we have this
You mean
unrealistic.
we hold them to a standard that they should hold themselves to? No, I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm joking. She's not here.
Anyway, I don't want to look at a woman like a fleshlight. I want to look at her like a human with a soul. And then, after getting to know a human, you decide if you want to do those things or not.
I think the problem
very productive.
when you have kids and you have girls and you get older,
I'm so
I think
cool.
it's a lot easier to get rid
So
of porn
hard.
out of your life.
That's fair.
Because then you start going like shit. Like I remember the first time I got on porn and I was like, I don't know this. No one.
Show us, don't tell us. Show us.
All the women in there are not going to get this, but they're like college teen, and you're like, when you're young, you would look at it because you're like
Sure.
22.
Then
At
you're
52, you're
26,
like,
and you're like,
ugh, wrong. I got one of those in my house. The f- am I watching? Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, there's also
You
a
guys
thing
are
of
survivors.
When was the last time you jerked off?
well, I still do that on occasion. I just don't do-
So that's not the problem.
No.
Okay, good.
I think of my wife that I love when I jerk off, rather than think about, Well, it sounds like she's giving you a lot to work with. I'm really happy for
Honestly,
you.
you should shut the
Maybe you need
know.
to just keep cooking for her every day, man.
So wait.
You gotta pay it back.
So
pay
like,
it forward.
I'm just talking two
Pay
white
it
guys
forward,
right
Haley
here.
Joel Osment.
When you
I'm
have a black
analyzing.
dad, do you have the birds and the bees? Do you ever talk to your dad about jerking off or anything like that?
Never in my life.
Never. Yeah, me
Not
either.
once.
I never would
I
talk to
talked
my
to his
dad.
dad about jerking off, but he
Not
doesn't.
once.
Yeah.
It's not it's understood.
Yeah.
It's not discussed.
Yeah.
Mind
It's-
your business. Mind your business is a key part of living in a black life. Mind your business will keep you alive a long time.
Wow, I wish white people did that.
Right?
Sounds awesome.
I don't.
Not being encroached upon sounds great.
Yeah, dude, mind your business.
Mind your own business.
My
Mind your own
dad's a
business.
Lutheran pastor, man. So like the birds and bees talk was the worst. It was just
He
very.
did it with you? Wait, where did you grow up?
Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay.
We're like Flint, but
No, I know
less
Saginaw. I know Saginaw.
Shout out to Flint.
Shout out to Flint
as we
Town, Terry
drink
Crews. What up?
clear
Kyle
liquid.
Kuzma, Los Angeles Laker, Kyle Kuzma.
Michael Moore, early truth teller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it was awkward because like there's so much condemnation with sin in a religious context, and then as you get older, you realize, I'm like, I believe this guy died on the cross for me, but I'm worried about him condemning me for whacking off. It's kind of psychotic. The cross probably didn't mean much if you think that you're going to hell for this shit. So it's a bit much. You got to kind of, the math wasn't mathing, if you will.
No, I remember my first grandparent that died, and then they were like, my cousin were at the funeral, and he's like, if you touch yourself, she can see. Whoa. And I was like, oh. I went into the bathroom. I must have been like 12. And I was like, hey, listen, here's the deal. I do this.
No way.
I was like, I was like,
You're crazy.
I was like, I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. The draws.
You had that conversation, with an
apparition, and I was like, so I don't know what to tell you, but maybe you look away or whatever, but I'm going to keep doing this. I can't stop. I thought it meant you were gay if you jerked off. So I was like, I just was like, I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm cool. I'm being gay.
What's the connection to it?
You're touching a dick.
Oh.
You're grabbing a dick.
What do you pee with your hands on the wall? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like that scene from
Straight Outta Compton. Get arrested in the bathroom?
Yeah. No, I just thought, I didn't know jerking off was a thing people did. No one talked about it. No one brought it up to me.
Yeah.
In high school, and they would make fun of you if you jerked off. They'd be like, it means you're gay. And I was like, well, I guess I'm gay. But I'm a weird gay that only likes women but likes myself. So I'm into my own dick pretty heavily. I wish I didn't have these thoughts. I wish I was
sorry, bro.
I'm like the whitest dude alive.
Dude. No, I think we're tied.
I think we're tied.
Oh my God.
Wait, I haven't even told you what I'm making you yet.
Bro, man,
I'm just cooking.
I don't know where I am right now. I'm drinking aspartame and we're talking about whacking off.
So I have made a, kind of like a spaghetti bolognese, but I'm doing it with triangle pasta. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry them. So I'm going to cook them, then I'm going to fry them so they'll be a little crispy.
Oh.
And then this is the Tour de France? No. Tour de France.
Yeah, the bite, Lance Armstrong and shit.
Tour de Force, yeah. This is what I've been cooking all day for you guys. And I think you're going to be really excited.
Ooh, there's the omelette.
So I put short ribs in a pot this morning at 10 in the morning.
Wow.
And I've been cooking them in a stock.
Ooh.
And I just want to show you one to see what we got. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull apart. I'm going to make a sauce out of this reserve. I'm then going to pull apart some so it's inside there. But then I'm going to give us each one of the most beautiful short ribs you've ever seen. Okay. On top of that with a little creme fraiche.
How exciting!
Bro, you got some layers to you, dude. Look at this. Look at some amazing description.
That is like, look at it jiggle.
Look at the jiggle.
This is. I'm talking. I'm being serious.
Food's a big deal to me, man.
Food's a big deal to all three of us.
Especially, by the way, try getting sober and then find out how important food is.
Yeah.
Somebody messes up my order, I'm ready to put an elbow in their throat, man.
That's a great transition to wrestling. Seriously. Let's talk wrestling.
Fantastic.
So, first and foremost, you were doing your first, not your first, I've seen that you've been doing a bunch of shit online, but you're doing something Saturday night, right?
I'm wrestling in this Battle Riot. It's like the MLW version of the Royal Rumble. I'm cutting in front of
you, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
It's called a Battle Riot?
Since we brought up wrestling, I'm just gonna put these out here. We got
as we should.
We got some guests. This is Mads Krul Kruger. He's a superstar in the MLW roster. And this is Solo Sikoa.
Absolutely, bro.
Part of the bloodline in Connecticut. Put your fingers in the air if you're feeling it.
Shout out to the bloodline.
Shout out to the bloodline. Shout out to Jacob Fatu, former MLW wrestler, now an absolute megastar in WWE.
Oh, monster. And super cool dude.
I just love wrestling, man. I grew up like it didn't matter if it was real or not. I loved it. I thought it was fun. It was.
It doesn't matter.
It was as fun as anything.
Hang on. So let's talk generation of wrestling. When did you guys? Who were you watching? So my generation is
34.
OG.
Okay.
And I worked on a TV show with Cody Rhodes, and I said to Cody, first night we were having a glass of whiskey, and I said, I'm gonna give you a heads up. I don't know anything about wrestling, so like, I'm gonna just let you know.
We're not gonna be friends, bro.
Yeah. And I was like, I just didn't want to go. I know who your dad is, obviously. And then I started going through the list. I know who the Von Erichs are. I know who this, that, and that. And I started going through the list, and he was like, by the end of the night, I was talking about Ric Flair versus Kerry Von Erich in Houston, I think it was.
Ooh.
He was like, I'm going to stop you. You're like a wrestling fan. And I went, no, I'm not. And he goes, no, you are. You just think you're not. He goes, you watched all the OGs. Like, I could do his dad's promo reads verbatim. His dad's a legend to me. I would argue I've modeled my career after his dad. I'm for real. And so at the end I went, oh shit, I'm like a legit wrestling fan. I'm like, and then I was like, oh yeah, I've watched it my whole life. I'm obsessed with it. It takes you away from wherever you are. Yeah. I would argue it's an emotional roller coaster. Absolutely. In the sense that you forget about your life. You're involved in the thing, just like a great movie. And I love wrestling. I love wrestling, and I think it's the coolest shit out there.
I mean, listen, it's the physical, you know. A match to me is no different than Nicholson yelling at Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men. Yeah. This is the culmination of something, and it's physical instead of verbal. This is the culminatory moment or whatever.
I love that statement, because that's the statement. When you're not into wrestling, you don't get it, and you mock it.
Yeah.
And it's easy to mock. It's easy to mock.
Shut on it, yeah.
But when you get it, you're like, hey man, it's kind of my thing. And why shit on someone's thing? Like, why not just
don't yuck my yum, dude.
Don't yuck my yum.
Yeah, and so like the way that I look at it is, what I do, I get redos, I get takes. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be in the movie until it's perfect. They have to do what I do in front of a live crowd every week and add to the character every week.
Yeah.
Or they're done. It's Broadway with violence. And if you don't think that's cool, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh, buddy.
I like
and as many silly things as you might encounter in the programming, that also then highlights and illuminates the truly great moments that actually do make you well up.
Yeah.
Or do make you like pause and go, is that real?
Yeah.
Is that like, when you blur the line, you bring it there, it's like you appreciate it more because... You're not watching Ben Kingsley and Angela Bassett for an hour. You're watching two guys half naked that look insane, but there are other things that counterbalance that, I would say.
Okay, let's talk straight wrestling then, okay? Favorite wrestler?
Sting.
Really?
Yeah. Dude doesn't get enough credit.
Really?
Bunch of haters because he wasn't in WWE long enough.
Absolutely.
Sting was dope as the dopest dude. That's also, great reputation. Sting didn't screw a million people over and treat him like crap.
Whoa. I agree 100%.
Real?
100%, yeah.
Really?
Nah, not the biggest Hulk Hogan fan.
Nah, me neither. And I'm white, and I still feel the same way.
Boo!
I don't want to drink your beer or vote for your president, brother. Sorry, brother.
So wait. Well, let's give Hulk his props.
I don't think he needs our props. He's got
go ahead, bro. That's all you, my dog.
His house is paid off. He doesn't need our props.
He's fine. He don't need me at all.
Dude is straight.
He hasn't had me his whole life. He don't need me right now.
I very much appreciate it.
Okay.
Wait, who's your guy?
All right, so obviously The Rock has always been my favorite guy. You know, The Rock taught me as a kid to always have something to say, never let them back you into a corner when it comes to words. But now in my adult life,
You about that dog.
Tribal chief, bro.
Really?
My tribal chief, bro, Roman Reigns. Just because of how box office he is, knowing his story and everything that he had to go through to continue to wrestle as well, because he had to deal with leukemia. And the dude bounced back not once but twice. And so, you know, the dude, and the way that he uplifts his family, brought his family into it, put them on a pedestal to where now we're getting, you know, Jey Uso and at Mania going for the title.
And I gotta say too, man, I gotta give props to any of the guys and gals who helped carry a company during a drier season.
Yeah, like, dude,
because sometimes the roster,
that's a big
roster is not always what it is now. Right now, the roster is steroidal. Anybody will tell you that.
Crazy.
But that's not what I heard. Right now, the roster's skinny and acrobatic.
No, not like.
No, I mean steroidal, like sick.
I'm sorry.
They're stacked. They're stacked.
My bad.
Yeah. Not stacked or two.
Cody's on steroids. He talks about his steroid use a lot, but that's allegedly.
No, but the roster right now is killer. It's absurd. It's like the Lakers in the 80s. It's stupid. The bench is deep. But guys like Roman and John Cena, they were there doing the work when it was not the heyday, when it was not going good.
All right. John Cena.
You got to say your guy.
No, My guy is always Kerry Von Erich. Dusty Rhodes, Kerry Von Erich. I'm old school. I love The Rock. I love The Rock and what he's done. I love watching everything about him. Everything. I think he is inspirational. I think he's awesome. Rick Rude was like the guy. Yeah. I got to party with Ric Flair, and that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
I had a beer with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was an O'Doul's, and he was mad that I got it, but he still bought me an O'Doul's and clinked with me. Yeah.
All right, listen up, you beautiful, high-functioning party animals. The Two Bears 5K is in Tampa, Florida, on May 4th. It's sponsored by the first beverage built to outpace the party. Light Strike Hard Refresher is an excellent source of 5% alcohol. This is their lemon lime, and I want to try it on air because I think I got comments that I wasn't drinking it. Well, we're going to drink it on air. It's Thursday. I'm done. And by the way, Light Strike Refreshers is unlike anything the alcohol industry has ever seen. It isn't just a drink. It's a goddamn survival tool. It's the perfect party pacer. Why choose between fun and function? This hydration drink-inspired cocktail low-key brings its own self-care to the party with a crushable mix of coconut water, sea salt, and 5% alcohol by volume. It is non-carbonated. You will not be burping all night. It is gluten-free. It is a great alternative to fizzy hard seltzers or sugary canned cocktails. Light Strike comes in a resealable lid so you can take it and pace yourself, giving you the control of how hard you want to party. Want a little bit now and a little bit later? I think I'm going to have it all right now. No problem. Want a little more alcohol? Maybe try it with a splash of Porosos or mix it with your favorite tropical cocktail. Light Strike Hard Refresher is launching nationally this month with 2 flavors, lemon lime, which I have right here, and orange mango. Drink them cold, or you can pour them over ice like I did, and watch how fast it disappears. That is damn good. That is damn good. You know what it tastes like? The rest of the bottle. That is damn good. That is really good. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like the kind of sports drink you drink as a kid when your mom would pick you up and go run into the store and you can get one drink and you grab a big bottle of that stuff. I won't say what it tastes like, but it tastes like that. I got to be honest with you. I can't taste the alcohol. I'm going to tell you if I can feel it. Learn more about Light Strike at drinklightstrike.com or follow them on TikTok or on Instagram at Drink Light Strike. Light Strike, hard refresher. It's got the alcohol. It's an excellent source of 5% alcohol. I'm going to make some kale for us just so that we're healthy. That's hot.
Yay.
I'm going to put butter in it because I want it to taste good.
Mo butter, mo better. Yeah. Mo butter, mo better.
So do you cook for yourself?
I love cooking.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to make is caponata. It's a vegetarian Italian dish. It's basically like, if I say this, it'll sound like crap, but it's like Italian chili.
Oh, that sounds fire.
Eggplant, chopped olive,
sounds really
garlic
good.
and onion.
I'm going to tasting our sauce. I think it might need some spices.
Listen, we won't look at you down.
Do you cook?
Hell yeah. The pandemic is really where I started to cook. We're all just at home.
Yeah.
And I was watching Gordon Ramsay like every day. Like I had never seen Hell's
Cooking
Kitchen.
shows are fun, dude.
So I watched Hell's Kitchen like every
Chops,
season.
bro.
Oh, Chops is the shit.
Chops my shit.
Oh, hold on. Hang on, not to interrupt. Foreign language.
It's all right, bro.
It's okay, we're taping it.
Hang on,
It's not
Jesus
live.
Christ.
It's not live.
This is Lunel's fault.
Right.
Foreign language cooking shows on Netflix are the best products you'll ever find.
Okay.
No English, just food. No English, just food. Shut the up. Deal. I mean, amazing.
Chef's Table Mole. Done.
But so I was watching Hell's Kitchen and I started to get pissed at the people on the show. I'm like, I can do that. Like dude, what the wrong with me? So then I bought everything I saw on that show. Any food processor, cast irons, everything that I could get. And then from there, like, bro, I fell in love with cooking. And now when I get down, I get down.
What's your favorite? I'm going to test you the way Kat tested that woman on that radio show. He asked her, what do your kids love for you to cook? And she goes, they love my broccoli. And he's like, I know you don't cook. They love your broccoli? What do you make? What is your, signature dish?
I would say my signature is probably pan-seared rainbow trout, but my favorite fish
Pan-seared? I didn't see that coming.
By the way, I want you to see every white face in that room that just went,
pan-seared rainbow trout, bro.
Every white woman just went, interesting.
Yeah, my honey roasted carrots, fire.
I love honey roasted carrots.
Fire, dude. And then, but my favorite fish, though, Chilean sea bass.
The best goddamn fish out there.
Ever. The Patagonian toothfish, if you're nasty.
I don't know. I don't know if I can co-sign that. I love a miso cod
Oh,
I love a
fire.
branzino.
Yeah, branzino, of course, bro. Branzino, though, if you want to use the oven and be all fancy, put all your shit in the fillet and all
I don't
that.
even do that. I'll just order at a restaurant. I'm going all the throw.
But fish is my
Chilean
specialty.
sea bass.
Yeah, fish
What
is
are
my
your
specialty.
sides? Because sides, for the record, sides are a big deal to me. You can have the greatest entree in the world. If you're not complimenting it, it's like a stable in wrestling.
Right.
I need my lead guy. I get it. But I also need the backup.
The thing is,
What are the Bobby Fish and the Kyle O'Reilly?
with my fish though, like whenever I'm cooking fish, I'm going light, so I'll make myself like something simple like a Caprese salad or something like that.
Okay, I don't hate
You're
that.
gonna love
Gotta
this.
be
I don't hate
heirloom
that.
You're gonna
tomatoes.
love this salad.
I'm fine with
So
it.
I am just doing a burrata with olive oil and garlic over it.
Wow.
With I did this before and it turned out so good. But the garlic on the burrata is so nice. And then the heirloom tomatoes with a little touch of salt
Wow.
and some basil is so freaking good.
You hit it with
Burrata,
some
man, I
salt.
can't believe I got to burrata so late in life.
Same.
Yeah,
Same.
fire.
I didn't know Burrata was 6 years ago.
Me either.
Yeah. My wife, it's like one of my wife's 5 food groups is Burrata.
For real?
Burrata's
Straight up.
fire, dude.
Burrata,
Dude.
ice cream. There's probably 2 or 3 more.
Honestly, dude, you know, and black people will understand this. Growing up in a black house, I didn't really start venturing out with food until I started taking Hollywood meetings.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, so
until
there's
I
certain,
got-
like, you didn't have, like, Indian food? and
I'm,
stuff?
I'm not doing that shit. Like,
Okay.
you know, like my mom's specialties are my mom's specialties.
Yes.
That's what I'm eating. And so,
Yes.
like, when if we're out for whatever family event and, like, we're all at a restaurant and they're like, Shay's about to get this fancy shit. And I'm like, yeah, man, because it tastes good.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so, like, also, we got to stop eating steak well done, guys.
Who are we talking to?
Who eats
Everyone?
steak well
Everyone?
done?
My wife's family?
Bro, like, we got
Who
Sorry,
eats
babe.
steak well done?
You know,
Rednecks.
bro,
I don't. but you know what? I
a
will
lot
do
of people in the
Pittsburgh
black
style.
community will eat a steak well done, and I just can't do the hockey
I
punch
can't
no
do
more,
it.
dude.
I can do Pittsburgh style where you char the outside, but the inside is either medium rare to medium.
Oh, no, I gotta.
You haven't had that?
No, I'm cool. I'm a medium man. All right, that took a lot to get there, bro.
Really?
All right, that
To get
took
to medium?
generations. To get to medium,
Generations.
bro.
Because you just bloody as hell.
Oh, that's too funny to not explore that bit.
Yeah, like,
So start me with the first generation
my whole
of
life,
Jacksons.
dude, my whole life, my dad taught me, well done. Whenever you order your meat, well
Really?
done. Make sure
man.
it's cooked through. And then, like, I started, you know, during the pandemic especially, and going out to these meetings and, you know, seeing other people eat shit. Shout out to Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen was one of the first people that, you know, going out to eat with him and, like,
really?
trying different things.
What did he introduce you to?
I forget what hotel we were at, but he was like, yo, let's get something to eat downstairs. And I was like, all right. And then I was like, you charge him to the room? And he was like, of course, dude. What the studio's paying for this. And I was like, hell yeah. So that's how I learned that trick. And then from there on,
That's what the studio loves to hear. That's how I learned that trick.
that's where I learned that trick, bro. Yeah, the studio's paying for it.
They don't even look at their books.
But yeah, just I can't even remember what the meal was, but it was some shit that I wouldn't normally eat.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Like, you know, that's like carpaccio and like things like that.
Oh,
like,
sure. Yeah.
It's not my ballpark.
Ceviche and
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
Beef tartare. I'm not eating that shit.
I still don't eat that. I
I
don't
eat
like
my
that
beef
stuff.
tartare a lot.
Fire.
I'm
I
not-
love it. I
The
love
egg
it.
in the
I love
middle,
it.
mix that shit up.
Oh,
But yeah, just from there, I stopped getting well done because it's much more enjoyable when it's not well done.
100.
And also, I found out that some chefs take offense when you ask for it well done.
Probably. It depends where you are.
Even
Yeah.
not
on
some
there.
chefs. All chefs take offense when you get it well done.
You get it
It
well done.
wasn't until I left home, when I left Saginaw, Michigan, I tried Indian food and sushi for the first time. And I became obsessed with both. I adore it now.
Fire.
But never
dude.
had it growing up.
So wait, can I tell you a good Indian food story?
Please.
Tell us whatever you want, bro. We're here.
I got
This is your house. We don't exactly call the shots.
Yeah.
But
I'd never had Indian food in my entire life, right? And so I'm at a strip club in Russia,
That's crazy.
this already sounds like a story that you
Holy
would
shit.
and I never had Indian food, right? And so I was like, and so the strippers, I get a
tell.
lap
So
dance.
Postmates.
I get a lap dance, and the strippers clearly had Indian food, and I had never smelt it before. So if you smell it for the first time, it's pretty aggressive, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, ugh, I'm getting the out of here, right? This smells horrific. First date with my wife, she takes me to an Indian restaurant. I'd never had Indian food. And I walked in and I go, oh, it smells like a Russian whorehouse. And then I had Indian food and I went, at the meal I went, they had Indian food. Can't believe
It's not that they smell like a Russian whorehouse. It's that you went to the trouble of going to one.
This is the weirdest cosign for Indian food I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I don't know if they like this.
So I never went to a strip club until I started hanging out with rappers. And I
feel that 100%.
I was in this crew.
Buddy, by the way, I'm saucing this the up,
I
guys.
see that.
Sure, bro.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We're
bitch.
American citizens.
We're American citizens. Slap down your passport. I never went to him, and then I got into this habit of going to him with this crew from Strange Music. It was like Tech Nine and Chris Calico and
Tech
all those
Nine's
guys.
great.
Tech Nine.
Shout out Tech Nine. If you need an
Prozac.
IV and you're in St. Louis, Tech Nine's your guy. Kansas City, maybe.
It's your dude.
Yeah. Missouri in general.
But yeah, he introduced me to a lot of things. Gates and Lane Bryant's and stuff, or whatever it's called. Arthur Bryant's. Lane Bryant's is a clothing store.
Yeah, right. Like, shout out to Lane.
Shout out to Lane Bryant.
I want to hear that story. He took you to Lane Bryant.
Took you to
No,
Lane
he
Bryant.
took
That's what I heard.
Took us out for barbecue, went to a strip club, but I once took a dump while at the strip club, and when his crew found out that I went number 2 at a strip club, I did not live that down. They were like, that is the grodiest thing ever, and I'm like, you guys have probably done some pretty grody stuff.
Bro.
And they were like, we have not done what you just did.
Yeah, all that,
very
bro.
upset.
It's a medical emergency. All right. I don't give a. If I gotta take a shit,
I don't go to strip clubs anymore, but I do crap everywhere.
dog,
crap everywhere.
I don't give a. Like,
If I'm at the White House, I'm dropping bombs.
my
dude.
ex used to
Definitely.
get.
I'm going to push one out of the White House.
I'm gonna have a number 5 at the White House.
My ex used to get on me because like I don't give a about going on a plane. I'm never seeing these people again. Are you kidding me? I'm about to
shit on
light this
plane?
shit up. Yeah,
Dude.
100%.
Hey, no lie. How many times did I sit on that flight from Stockholm to Holland?
Bro, I get in there and kick my shoes off.
5.
All right, are you kidding me?
Kick your shoes off.
I get comfortable, dude. I'm lactose intolerant. When I get home, I'm gonna have to put a seatbelt on the toilet. All right, it's gonna be real aggressive. If you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom.
No, dude,
shame.
I feel the same way, man. By the way, if you have to fart on a flight, get up and drop rip ass by the bathroom because they're gonna think it's coming from the bathroom.
I'm going to give you a hack right now. That's
Don't
going
do
to
it
blow
in
your
the seat,
mind.
I'll kill
You
you.
ready?
All right.
If you have to fart on a plane, usually if you fart, you have to fart a couple times. Go to the flight attendant, you ask for a little coffee pod. Those little prepackaged coffee pods.
This is crazy.
Put it under your asshole and you fart into that. No one smells it. Is that a mic drop?
I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, I don't know how to transition from that.
All right, this is burrata, roasted garlic with olive oil and heirloom tomatoes. I need to put a little salt on this. And then these are short ribs that, guys, when I say I thought about this meal more than anything, I bought these Sunday with Leanne grocery shopping, and I got the perfect cuts for you guys. Because I know we like food, right?
We do, man.
And this short rib should fall apart. By the way, if you don't even get to the pasta, I'm cool with it. I got kale underneath.
Will I get to the pasta?
I haven't eaten anything all day.
I've toasted this pasta so that it's cooked, but it's a little crunchy and butter. It should be amazing. Gentlemen, enjoy, please. Oh, you need forks in that? Oh, I got one.
Yo, do you mind if I bless the food?
I love
Is that cool?
Brother,
Is that weird?
It'll make it taste better.
There's one thing I love, it's a show of religion. I love that shit.
Yo, God, thank you for the lives we get to live. We get to like do things we love for work, and we get paid really well for it. Thank you for our friends and family, all the crew working on the show and making it work and happen. And thank you for our women who put up with us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Go. That's what's up.
All right.
That's what's up.
So just try this. All I want you to do.
All right.
I'm going to smell it
See if your
first.
fork goes through that first piece. See how...
Wow.
Wait, smell it first. Get your nose in that, bro. Doesn't it just smell like somebody who cares about you?
It does.
really
when you
great.
cook all day, you're thinking about someone. Leanne Kreischer, get in here. Leanne Kreischer, get in here.
I want everything
Baby.
in this bite.
I just want you to try.
Hello.
How are you?
Good to meet you.
You too.
Thanks
How
for
are you?
letting us hang here.
I want you to try this.
Oh God, it's hot. Hold on. Looks good. Is it good?
Fire. Wow.
put the whole thing in your mouth.
It's too hot.
Bro.
Yep.
Oh, that's really good.
Falls apart.
Dude, the kale's really good, which I didn't think I'd be saying first.
I know. That's what all of us were like, kale in the middle? And I think
No.
what it does is it holds
No.
on to the
Oh my
sauce.
god, that whole thing is so good.
It's so good.
The kale's got like
right?
collard green vibes, the mouthfeel, not the flavor.
Fire.
You guys are so funny. I'm enjoying your chat.
Thank you. It's
We're
delightful.
enjoying it. This
It's
is.
delighting. No,
I've never had an interview this fun.
This is fire, dude.
This turned out really well.
I gotta tell you guys about my
Lord.
first and only time at a strip club.
Hey, do we need another drink, maybe? Can we get another round of drinks? Keep
I'm
going.
still babysitting.
You cooked these perfectly, bro.
You know, our team said that the best way to do them is to cook them and then fry them.
Perfect.
So they're a little crispy. So it's not al dente, they're cooked, but they got a little bit of fried to them. I think it's a sexy way to do pasta. Keep going.
Straight out of Compton, it's probably two, maybe 3 months away from coming out. And I'm with my boys, Chris and Roman. We're like, let's just do it. We at this point, never did a Vegas trip. Like, let's just hit Vegas before like it gets to the point where like it's gonna be hard for me to just do a Vegas trip with you guys.
Yeah.
So we go to Vegas, and I have a rule when I go to Vegas, and this like determines the whole trip. It's probably not a smart rule, but like
No condoms.
no.
Oh, that was my rule. Keep going. I'm sorry. I thought we were sharing rules.
So as soon as we hit Vegas, first thing I do is I go to roulette immediately.
Okay.
I put half the money I brought on black.
That's
I
like
love this. You are a brother to me. Keep
they
going.
did that in Entourage. Yeah.
Half the money I have on black. And if this shit hits, I just go upstairs. I can't, don't stay there, bro. Just go. You're up.
You're done.
up. And
You
we
won.
got more
You won
money.
for the weekend. You won for the weekend.
Exactly. And if it doesn't, that really goes, the budget is.
You understand? We got a lot of work to do this weekend.
So, I go, we hit, everything's good, go upstairs, life is great. We're going to dinners and they're playing blackjack and shit like that. Life is good. And then they're like, yo, have you ever been to a strip club? Right, no. They're like, this is probably your only time that you can go to a strip club, and it not be like a big thing.
Yeah, thing,
Like
yeah.
you could be incognito. Right
Just
now.
so you know, you can get by.
But so now,
Keep going.
I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's go. We're like, where do we go? So we're looking up shit. We go to the Spearmint Rhino. Okay.
Rookie move.
Who are you telling?
Back in the day, OG's Olympic Gardens was the shit. The shit. Boy, old man one time, I watched a guy walk past an old man. And I just heard an old man go, boy, don't suck on her titties. She lets everyone suck on her titties. You're going to get sick. Wow. OG.
It's actually sound advice.
It's really sound advice.
It
By the way,
sounds,
it's really sound advice. If you make that our clip for this episode.
it's a good Yelp review. Good Yelp
Boy,
review.
You'll get sick.
Boy, da da da.
So we go to the Spearmint Rhino. Now, I'm only dressed for, gambling.
Yeah.
I didn't bring strip club attire.
So hold on. Define strip club attire.
Not sweats. Well, in that bitch with gray sweats on.
You were?
Yeah. Well, the dude at the door goes,
Keep going.
What?
This is a great story.
I wore my nice necklaces. So he's like, this motherfucker gotta have some money. All right, man, come on, you good. So we go in there, and it's packed in that bitch, and we walking around the stage, and we looking, and there's no place to sit, so we're doing this weird, constantly, looking for a place to sit. We do 3 loops of this place.
Yeah.
Finally get a place to sit. So we in there, we're talking, and, we're looking for girls, yada, yada. This one girl starts talking to my friend Roman. Her heel gets caught in the carpet. She falls in my lap. This is a veteran move. She did great because obviously now I'm a paying customer. So I'm getting a dance, and then
She smells like butter chicken.
right. So then I keep seeing on my peripheral these two dudes that are doing the creepy guy loop that we were just doing, right? So we got 2 chairs in our spot. We know the struggle that these guys just went through. So I'm like, it's whatever. Tell them they can sit, over there. They do their thing, we do our thing. These 2 dudes sit. This big white dude named Bob. Shout out to Bob, you monster. So Bob and his friend are there, yada. Out my peripheral, I see my friend Chris get up with a girl, disappears. Like, don't know where he is.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got the girl. I'm looking at Roman. Where's Chris? He's like, I don't know, dude. So I was like, all right. Now I'm in full defense mode because, like, black people don't really like going out because naturally we're just defensive about everything. Everything is sketch. We think everybody's getting kidnapped. We're just in protective mode.
You guys have been through a lot. To be fair.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't get
when
it, but I
something
get
goes different, it's up immediately, all right? So I'm like, all right, find Chris, dude, find Chris. So then my girl goes, do you want to go to the VIP section? And I'm thinking, like, this is a ruse. I'm down. Like, let's go. So we go upstairs. We go upstairs to the VIP room, right? And in the corner of the room, it's Chris. I'm like, you dick, like, give us a heads up. I was worried. So I sit on a chair, talk to the girl, whatever, the dancing keeps going, yada, yada. Then in the room, the big dude, Bob, comes in, all right? He's got this pretty black girl with him. And I was thinking, all right,
the
Bob,
redneck, right?
you down for the swirl?
Yeah.
All right, see you, bro. So then this sits like pretty much where that pan is. And I'm like, I'm in my zone. You shouldn't be over here. He tells his girl, trying to like be joking and shit, like, yo, if I see this shade one more time, just being funny, right? Oh. And then so, we laugh or whatever, do a point, and then I'll go back to minding my business. Then all of a sudden I see a flash of yellow and orange. This Bob took matches that were in there and set the trash can on fire in the VIP room. So now it's a commotion. Girls are getting up and leaving. Security comes in. Because he said my name, they think I'm with him, and we all got kicked out.
Are you?
That was the last time I ever been to a strip club, bro.
I don't know if I like how many dudes were up there at the same time.
It's actually a really big room.
Sounded like the ratio might have been a little off.
Yeah, security comes up, kicks us out because he told that girl, if I see this shake one more time and saw us do the point. I don't know him.
Dude.
Yep.
The best part is I kind of respect Bob. Like, I respect the fire inside him to start a fire.
Starting a fire in a building.
You guys are younger than me. You don't remember starting a fire was a big deal when we were kids.
What do you mean it was a big deal when we were kids?
We didn't have cell phones. We started
It wasn't
fires
the
all
shuttle
the time.
run. What do you mean?
How many fires did you start as a kid?
Million.
Yeah, you guys had cell phones. Dude,
Did you
starting a fire?
I didn't either.
Do you ever play with matches?
Okay, you know what? I did light a box on fire because we're obsessed with Jackass. So we do our own like fake Jackass show called Donkey, and I did an elbow drop.
Wait, where did you guys come up with the name?
You'll never believe it. I told Knoxville this one time. I was like, we did this thing where me and my buddy Kyle Bender did a thing where we had a lemonade stand, and we were like 17, 18 years old. And people were coming up and buying lemonade and giving us cash. And we're like, thank you for, your money's going to a good cause. They're like, what is it going to? And we go, we're putting TVs in prisoners' cells with this money. And so we just did that to like get everybody's weird reaction.
Yeah.
I told Knoxville that. He goes, yeah, that's smart people humor. We wouldn't have done that. We just hit each other in the nuts. I was like, oh.
I don't think I know your full story.
Yeah.
Like, where did you grow up?
Saginaw, Michigan.
Oh, that's right. I already knew that.
Did you not watch the show?
I'm a great listener. So wait.
Straight out of Saginaw.
Did you move out here to get into stand-up?
I moved out here because I was writing screenplays. I was doing stand-up. I was doing sketch comedy. I did sketch comedy at UCB Theater, IO Theater in Chicago. And I wanted to act. I wanted to, like, best case scenario, I want to be like Paul Giamatti, Phil Hoffman, Sam Rockwell.
Shout out to Paul Giamatti.
Oh.
Michael Shannon. Like, I wanted to be one of those guys.
Phil Seymour Hoffman.
Man. The
legend.
man.
The legend. How
But
many
that was best case scenario. I would have been fine being on a sitcom where you walk in, I'm the fat guy covered in donut crumbs, and I go, duh, where's the donuts? And everyone,
Here's the crazy thing about your
that.
story. How many people told you, because when you go to acting class, it's all beautiful people, and they're the ones that everyone surrounds. And then regular people like me and you, they go like, they're like, yeah, it's going to be a journey for you.
I was way too confident. I bordered on cocky, I think, or arrogant at one point. And then God humbled me, and now I'm kind of in the middle, I think.
Really?
But yeah, I was very confident. I was like, I'm doing this. Saturday Night Live, Jackass, Rob Reiner films, Sidney Lumet films. I was just all about consuming comedy and recklessness and movie shit.
Can you tell me for a little bit about the new movie you have coming out? I just saw the trailer the other day. It's The Luckiest Man in the World, Luckiest Man on Earth.
Luckiest Man in America, yeah. It's about this guy who in 1984 went on the show Press Your Luck, and he figured out the algorithm, the pattern to the game, and when to hit the buzzer to get the prizes and the money. And he ran off with like $110,000 from CBS, which adjusted for inflation, I think it's like $350K now.
Really?
Pretty crazy, yeah. So that it just takes place in that one like 24 to 36 hour time window, and I play the dude. Bill Murray was going to do it like 20 years ago, play the guy, and it never got made. And
it looks so good.
Sat around for a while.
It looks so good.
It's a fun movie. It's cool,
Yeah.
and it's I love ensemble casts. So many movies I love, like Clue.
Oh, yeah, the guy with the I don't know how to say his name right.
Oh, Walt Goggins, David
That's it.
Strathairn, Knoxville's in it. Walt
Goggins.
David Goggins is this guy.
Yeah.
Walton Goggins is on every TV show right now.
Yeah, he's doing great.
He's a killer. He's like one of those actors that would have been friends with like Dennis Hopper and Nicholson back in the day. Harry Dean Stanton. He's got that vibe where it's like, I'm not going to vape. I smoke actual cigarettes. You know, that kind of thing.
I think that's so cool that people smoke cigarettes still.
I love a good cigarette on occasion.
I know. I don't smoke at all. You and nicotine at all?
I'm a cigar guy.
Yeah, I can't help it.
Really?
It's like, yeah, like I got my little shit that I'll hit while I'm on set because I can't smoke and be on camera. It kills me because all I'm doing is looking in my eyes the entire time. Like, look at you. Hi. Like, you monster. I'm so sorry to anybody who doesn't know this. But, so when we were doing Straight Outta Compton, I was super on edge, super just wanted to do great, yada, yada. And then after a while, we got our feet wet, right? And like, you know, I'm comfortable. And I smoked one time, and it's in the trailer. And
serious?
every time I look in my eyes, I'm like, you
Rookie
idiot. Yeah, like, you dumbass. But like, nobody knows. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on that scene. But like, in me, I'm like, never again. Never again. So I can't do it. But it's fucking boring on a movie set, dude. So I need something to do.
Dude, that's a reason. There's a number of reasons I don't do a ton of movies. But I've turned down a lot of projects because I just don't want to sit. I feel like I'm wasting my life on someone's set.
It's crazy.
You think movie sets are boring? Have you heard of office jobs? I hear they're trash, man. Sit around a bunch and people aren't even that charismatic.
What's your favorite song your dad has?
Natural Born Killers.
Hold on. Let me tell you what your dad's best song is.
Your dad is my second favorite rapper of all time.
Who's number one?
Lil Romeo.
I get it.
Really?
I'm just playing.
Oh my God.
I get it. 100%.
It's like a little kid who used to rap, man.
Lil Romeo.
I know. Guys, I'm not.
Lil Romeo.
You go, I'm hip. I know who Lil Romeo is, bro.
Let's see this. Do you call him Cube or Dad?
Definitely don't call him Cube. Call him Dad.
When your dad gets soft, do you ever say, you're melting, bro?
No. Whenever, like, I forget what year it was, but
Hold on, you're so wrong.
What do you mean? Natural Born Killers? I'll give you a story about Natural Born Killers.
Not even the top 12.
Yeah, I know. My favorite song, not America's. My favorite song with my dad is Natural Born Killers. Like, I love that song.
Check
I was like,
yourself before
Oh my
you
God.
wreck yourself. I mean,
That's
dude,
a
I can tell you where I was when I heard that.
Did your dad
were
do?
you?
Did he do Black
my-
Steel in the Hour of Chaos?
Hold on, where
No,
were
my dad
you?
was a lawyer. The what? My dad just did closings. Keep
Where were
going.
you? Where were
I
you?
was outside my house on Amelia Circle, and I came out and I put it in and I listened to it and I went, "Oh, this shit's hot." like crazy. I remember all the shit top to bottom that your dad's done. And it was like, it's bizarre to me. Like, only other person if I ever met your dad, I should never meet him. So I did it with Big Boy. I'm because of the South. Oh. Big Boy, I ran into him at a concert.
Oh, Outcast, Big Boy.
Yeah, I met him too. I geeked out on him at Ram Stadium. I lost my shit on him. But I'm a hip hop fan. And I know it's 52. It's not cool to be. It's like you seem like an old head, but
all that.
Hip hop is hip hop, dude.
Man, I would dressed as Tupac. Wow. When All Eyes on Me came out, I dressed as Tupac. I put on khakis and I.
Where's that photo?
Right. Oh, it's called cultural appropriation now.
That's hard. I got to tell you, bro. I need you to be focused tomorrow. Okay, you got a big game tomorrow.
I do.
Yeah, dude. You got therapy tomorrow. I need you to win that shit, bro. Thursday therapy, bro. I need you to bring this W home, bro. I need you to lock in, dude. Bring this shit home. I saw you on Twitter.
No, you cheated. You cheated. Hold on, bring her in. No, buddy. Lock that shit in, bro.
Okay, I need
you. Know what song I play going in therapy? She been training for this therapy with her therapist.
I'm holding it right here.
She scheduled a doubleheader so that she can. If she doesn't win the first one, she'll come in and win the second one.
Shot.
And then whoever wins the last one's the winner. And I know.
Lock in, bro. Lock that shit in, bro.
What's the song I'm listening to?
Have you tried listening to her, Bert?
Yes. How many times do you think in therapy I'm gonna go, Buck? Right. Bet I'm winning this therapy tomorrow. There's no way.
Lock in.
That bag sucks, and I'm bringing that bag to therapy.
I'm bringing that bag to therapy.
Best of luck. Good luck.
It's a ruse!
Dude, saying you're gonna win therapy is the most man thing you could possibly do.
That's because I smoked her so many times.
I know, man.
Smoked her, and right now what she did is she's got so many L's under her belt. She's trying to get her head above water, right?
Yeah.
She's the Clippers, I'm the Lakers. But we play in the same stadium.
Yeah.
And right now she has cheated in therapy, and she has talked about what she's going to talk about in couples therapy with her therapy. Listen to her.
She showed you her playbook?
Yeah.
You don't.
You're a cheater.
I haven't been training for this therapy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
There's no training because
You're like Dennis Rodman. You can go to Vegas and still show up for Game 5.
Yeah. You know, I'm like Jordan. I roll in it 4 beers deep after 18 holes of golf, and I still dunk on you.
And just call it the flu game.
Yeah.
Then you blame it on a pizza.
Yeah, bro, I need you to lock in.
I got you.
All right,
Blame
thank
it.
you, bro.
What's up, Stacey? Sit down. What should I wear? Should I dress up a little
That's
bit?
Tupac.
Just the flannel. Just the flannel. Just the flannel.
Right. Detroit Red Wings jersey, red bandana. Spit on people on your therapy. Just spit on people.
Maybe have a picture of Jada in your wallet just to really, kind of texture it a little
Oh
bit.
my God, dude.
Oh, that makes me so happy you said that. When she said, you know what she was doing to me? Cha-cha-ka! Cha-cha-ka! Cha-cha-ka!
It's therapy.
Oh, it's
supposed to be a team. Yeah, bro.
Dude, I can't wait for therapy tomorrow. It's a double header. I'm bringing cocktails.
Yeah, as you should.
I'm gonna make cocktails. I'm gonna get her drunk.
Hey, that's the trick. I started watching The Sopranos. His therapists be drinking all the time.
You walk in with liquor on your breath, you're holding a tumbler, and you're just playing Ice Cube from your phone. You're like Radio Raheem, but with a tiny phone.
I told her when first therapy I went into, I said, yo, if I show up drunk, is that gonna be a problem? She went, nope. I went, cool.
Nice. Hey, that's a good start.
She was like, do you drink a lot? I said, no, sometimes if I'm working, I may have to drink. And then if I come here in the middle of work, I don't want it to be an issue. And she went, no, I don't give a shit. I was like, done.
You don't be asking me if I drink a lot. That's a little invasive.
Yeah. What are you, my therapist?
Just tell her you have a busy life and you're multitasking.
Thank you.
I'm going to day drink and go to therapy.
Sometimes I get shit done.
Yeah. I'm shooting a show and hanging out with my friends and fighting my wife and cooking. I'm a little busy, ma'am.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you nervous about doing the Chris Farley thing?
Oh.
No, man.
Now he is.
It's all spiritual.
No.
It's all spiritual. You can't look at that like am I gonna win an Oscar? Am I gonna do him? I love Chris like I love my family and my friends. I never got to meet him, but I love him. I feel as though I know him, even though I haven't met him. And so when I enter that space, it's not really about acting. It's about showing up with love. And y'all know my lines, and y'all study tape, and I'll do all the things. But as long as I show up responsibly and I remember how much I love that guy, I cannot lose.
All right, so that will be our Amistad, right?
Okay.
Like when you play Chris Farley, that'll be like for white dudes. Yeah. He's our guy. He's our Martin Luther King.
Wait, how is Amistad?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. Shut up. Why are you picking it? Don't pick it apart, Paul. Just nod.
He's like Bebe's Kids. You're like, no, it's not. You can't just pick a black movie.
Yeah, Robin. Wait, hold on. Robin Harris. Robin Harris is the. Robin Harris changed the game before any of us.
I didn't say he didn't. To be fair, I just. That threw me off.
Yeah, it was a bad analogy. It was a bad analogy. Yeah. I was thinking of Harriet Tubman. I didn't say that.
No, the Farley movie. But here's the thing: Farley transcends like all cultures. I feel like Farley's like music or pizza. It just hits everybody.
Right.
So I think in a way that'll be like a big movie for a lot of people, probably.
Buddy, I'm expecting an invite to the premiere. I am that big of a fan of Farley's. And now, what is like? Where are you at? Because part of me feels like me and you are brothers in the sense that like work is work and it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, and you're getting offered all these things that are like kind of like. I think when you started there, when you started, you did Richard Jewell. That's so.
Well, even
difficult.
before that, I did like guest spots on like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Community on NBC with Chevy Chase. Like I did a lot of little bitty stuff too.
But like you.
Have you been on Law and Order?
No.
Or CSI?
No.
Thank goodness, bro. Because like there's
We usurped it. We
yeah, like
usurped
there's a band of actors that have all been on that, and I missed that boat.
Yeah. I didn't have to show anyone on the doll where I was touched. On screen, I mean.
But like, what's your like? Do you have a project in mind that you go? I mean, my thing is I want to play ... I want to like. Do you have like a project where you have your head where you go, man? The coolest thing I could do would be to play. I don't even think of like who.
I pitched you Malcolm XL and you got really offended.
Yeah, bro. It didn't hit the same.
No.
Malcolm XL
Seemed too irreverent.
It didn't hit the same. But then, I mean, that was the first thing I did. Like, I couldn't ask for a better opportunity. You know, playing my dad, it means everything. You know, like there's a big thing when it comes to second generation people where like the people on the outside try to make you feel bad for having cool parents that help you, you know, like they try to get in your head and tell you things like you're living in a shadow or that you got this mountain to climb, and that shit is an illusion. That is an outside person's perspective.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing but
Jealousy,
the name,
bro.
dude. It's nothing but the name. How far? Like, I look at it like a physical thing. Like, the Jackson name is a physical thing.
Oh, yeah.
My dad has pushed it this far, and it is up to me to push it further, whether that be this much or this much. It's just about pushing the name further down the road. And like, dude, I love my dad, dude.
I love my dad.
Yeah,
It's like
if they made shirts with your dad, you'd rock shirts with your dad. It's your dad.
Yo, let's make my dad's shirts. Same shirt. It says Al Kreischer instead of Ice Cube, and it's got my dad just going, I don't know. It's just shaking it, and Shaq next to him.
To be fair, from an outside perspective, when I saw you in that movie, I was like, that dude did a really good job. And then you kept working, and it seemed like you were doing your own thing. It didn't feel like you were copying your dad or anybody else.
I've been trying to get
so to me,
nerd
that's
shit.
like that's a big deal when you do your own thing, you know?
I've been trying to do like just shit where like the little kid version of me would be like, no way.
Yeah.
Like
That's the compass.
When I got the role for Godzilla, like I just thought like of all the times as a little kid I watched Godzilla.
God.
And like little did I know like I could go back and tell that dude like, dude, we're gonna be in Godzilla, dude.
Yeah.
All the times I watched Star Wars and I'm sitting with Ewan McGregor, You know, just
Remember when you watched Superbad and laughed your ass off? You're working with Seth Rogen.
And I just think about those times, and even now, I started a podcast with my buddy TJ Jefferson.
By the way, TJ Jefferson is amazing.
What a guy!
What a guy! And the best clip on the internet, if you want to find it, is when you found out that what's his name got traded.
Luka Doncic, bro.
It is one of the most.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Can I tell you? Yeah. If it didn't have the title on there of what it was, I would think someone in your family died. The way you look at it.
TJ did too. It was, yo, I'm so sorry, TJ, bro. All right, so we had just got done smoking. So then, like, we got to do the pod, and so we're doing the pod, and my best friend Roman, he hit me, and in the middle of talking, I see, dude, what the? And I'm like, oh no. And it said, we got Luka. And so that's why I turned my head. I said, yeah, that says Luka. And so I turned and like, yeah, TJ thought something happened to somebody. He was like, oh, and he's trying to keep cool. If you look at him, he's like, I don't know. He's looking at something. And like, he's nervous as shit. Our producer, Don Bowie, is on his couch in the hotel. TJ has headphones on. So Don is like, what the is going on? And so it like all unraveled right then and there. Shout out to the No Contest. But No Contest Wrestling, like when we started that, we're not even 30 episodes in, and we've been taken care of so much by WWE, giving us people. I've gotten to meet a lot of great people. Went to the Queen of the Ring premiere, hung out with a bunch of the AEW guys. Like, it's just weird, And the more that I do things that make little kid Shay happy, I'll be happy at the end of the day.
It's surreal, man. I feel the exact same way when I wrestle or when I remember I had a tiny part in Super Troopers too. But I love Super Troopers, the first one. I love it. Good. And I love Beer Fest, and those guys are awesome. Yeah. And I grew up like loving those dudes. So I chugged a bottle of maple syrup on the red carpet. And not because it made me look good. I did it because 15-year-old me would be like, you better chug some maple syrup on that carpet. Yeah. And, making those decisions, though, I do feel like they're soul nourishing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're weirdly soul nourishing when you please your 15-year-old self. Which takes us back to masturbation.
15-year-old self is the shit. It is the shit. When you get into awesome. just being the guy so grateful for the shit happening. Yeah. Guys, this was an amazing episode. Yeah, I have to tell you.
Thank you to Michael Walter for making this.
Thank you enough. I will simply say that the two men you are perfect. Don't ever change. Don't ever be anything else. God damn it, I love you guys. This was awesome.
Love you too, man.
Love you too, bro.
Funny as shit.
Absolutely. Are we getting tattoos? What's going on?
Are we?
I have a tattoo gun.
I feel like we bonded the way Orlando Bloom and Elijah Wood bonded in New Zealand, This is we'll know each other forever, yeah?
God dang. All right, and we have food for the crew right here.
Hey.
Thank you. Great episode.
Something's burning.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.